Peace, peace. It's your brother, Frater Double R, peace. Bro Robinson, checking in again with you. I just got off of work, headed home, but I wanted to build because a brother had brought it to my attention and sent me a couple of videos about a lot of Masons out there, Freemasons out there online and on YouTube. And they're spreading misinformation. They're not telling the truth, essentially, which makes me question them anyways, as to if in fact they are real Freemasons. Because there's certain things that you learn and you know that proves you are who and what you say you are. That's how it goes. There's many ways we can check to see if you're a true, active, real Mason or not. It's not just the passwords. It's not just the handshakes. It's so much more than that. You know what I mean? There's so many things that can let you know who a real Mason is. The first thing you should notice is probably the manner and form in which they either speak or they carry themselves, right? Now, when Freemasons speak or they do stuff, they're going to be doing it in a certain particular way, and they might use certain language or words that you might not hear anywhere else, or you might not be used to, or you might not have heard in a long time, so you're like, what? But stuff like that will stick out to other Masons. We'll catch you right off the bat. So even in just common casual language, I can say something, and in the manner and form in which I say it would allow another Mason to know how I'm saying it, who I am. Oh, he knows his stuff. He knows his ritual, right? And so there's so many videos out there that it has encouraged me over these years to put more videos out there on the truth, on what Freemasonry really is, because there's so much misinformation. It's just rampant. There's so much more misinformation than there is real, legit, actual information on Masonry out there, that it's crazy. That's why people think we're devil worshippers and there's all kinds of crazy stuff. And when they're actually talking to real, true Freemasons, and they're not a Freemason themselves, they still won't believe the Freemason, which is crazy. It's like, how are you not listening to me? And I'm the one who can get in the lodge. I'm the one who has the passwords. I know the handshakes. I know how to get into those doors. I can get in. I will not be denied. Trust. So it's you know, I mean, it's very close, and it very hurts my heart because I love the craft so much. Freemasonry has been here for so long, and it's helped so many people develop themselves into better people and help the people around them and the society and their families even. Man, it's like, how can you think it's bad? How can you talk bad about it? How can you talk about you know, stuff like, no, this is what it is. There is no one way to do Masonry. There is no one right way to do Masonry. There isn't. Every jurisdiction is sovereign. Every state is sovereign. So we have to understand that it's not like so uniform like the profanes think and the non-Masons think it's all one big thing. Like, nah, bro, it don't work like that, which again speaks and shows you that they don't know what they're speaking about, but they won't listen to the real Masons. So it's like, how can you teach somebody who doesn't want to be taught? They know everything already, right? And so that also speaks and teaches us and speaks to the lessons of Masonry. How are you going to learn? How are you going to become a better person if you know everything already? If you're not even able to let new or different information into your brain and contemplate it. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to even accept it. But you can think about it. You can think about it and not agree with it. You can think about it and not accept it. That's called critical thinking. You can think about stuff, situations, and not agree with it or not deal with it. You know what I mean? It's critical thinking. We have to think outside of the box, not with just the things we agree with and we want to deal with. because we come in contact with people and situations out there in the world all the time that may not be what we want to deal with. So we have to be able in that moment to do the same thing. While that person is talking, while that situation is happening, we critically think and we contemplate and we think, how can I better handle this person or situation? So you see, critical thinking is part of Masonry. Masonry is considered a school of thought, right? And there has been many schools of thought that have existed. Before we had religion, that's what we had. In the ancient world, they were called schools of thought, right? There was no religion. There was just schools of thought. They taught you how to think. Then developed out of that religion, which taught you what to think, which has been a detriment to people who don't understand the two and the difference and cannot have the awareness to take those two polarities into either religion with them or into wherever they go with them. You have to be able to switch and be able to be mindful and be aware of what you're dealing with so that you can be masterful in all situations. It's a mind game. Freemasonry and knowledge of self and critical thinking, it's all the play field of your mind. It's all play field of your self-awareness. How self-aware can you become? Can you become self-aware to the point to where you can think stuff and actually make it happen? And how fast can you make it happen in the reality, in the real world, in the physical realm? How fast can it go from thought to actuality or physicality or reality? How fast? Is it slow? Does it take you years? Does it take you a couple months or weeks or days? These are gauges you can use, or rules or rulers or measurements you can use to gauge your own self. You don't need anybody else for that. But you see, once you need to be taught these things. You don't just know these things. And this is why people need to go to these schools of thought and why I encourage people to stop thinking they know everything and be humble. Be humble enough to go sign up and go shut up for a little bit and be able to accept some more information into your mind, some new and some different information that makes your mind expand. Now, you might not like it, and it's probably, let me say, I guarantee you it's going to feel uncomfortable, right? That uncomfortable feeling is the proof of your growth in the moment, right? The longer you can sustain that uncomfortable feeling, the more you will grow. That's how it works. That's called getting out of your comfort zone. And that works in any aspect of life, not just your mind. So if you want to push yourself, that's how you have to get out of your comfort zone and push yourself and stay or get more comfortable being in that uncomfortable position, right? That's how we push through hard and difficult tasks and situations. We train the mind to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Peace. Yes. Now, so what we got to do is I'm just here to tell the truth. I'm here to kill all that whack stuff. These people be out here lying, man. They be out here lying on my beloved craft, on my Freemasonry, lying. They be talking about some crazy stuff, blood sacrifices and all this stuff. No. We don't do that. I mean, it's common sense to think. Don't like Masons talk about Solomon, talk about the Holy Saints John, talk about biblical stuff, use biblical history and biblical stories. So with all of that, and people knowing all of that, these people still choose to think that Freemasons are some devil worshipers. I mean, come on, man. Come on. It's like, are you guys serious? Are you guys really serious? Are you really that? I don't even want to say it because I love y'all and I want the best for y'all. Right? But it's like, you can't, it's like, how many times you gonna bump your head? It's gotta add up. When you think about stuff, if it's not adding up, leave it alone, throw it away, get rid of it. It must add up, all right? If Freemasons are studying, using stuff, there's Bibles all around, they're good men and holy people, and you only have maybe a handful of bad people you can see. And then you gotta ask yourself, were they legit Masons? These bad people I'm so worried about, were they part of a clandestine lodge? Were they part of a lodge that was made in somebody's garage or somebody's living room who's not really chartered? Who somebody said, oh, I got some information, I'm a Mason, I'm a Grand Lodge, and I'm a Grand Master. Pay me $300 per degree, and I give you your 3 degrees, and we're gonna do them in my living room. No, that's not how it works, but that's what happens. That is rampant in America and all over the world. There's fake, false Masons out there who will take your money, and that's what we're out here fighting against. And those are the majority of the Masons who are out there speaking ill on Freemasonry. It's not the real Masons that are out there speaking ill on Freemasonry, because we know, we deal with the truth. We're in it, we go to the meetings. I've been going to I'm junior warden, it's my 2nd year junior warden. The 2 years ago, I was senior deacon. The year before that, I was junior deacon. I have been active in my lodge for 4 straight years. 2 times a month, at least, I go to meetings. At least a minimum of 2 times a month. Plus, we do other events, we do fundraisers, we have degree trainings and practice. I'm so busy with Freemasonry, man, you can't speak ill on it. I don't know how people believe that stuff. It's like, we invite people too. You can come to my lodge. You can come, even if you're not a Mason, even if you're not a man, come to my lodge, come hang out, come feed the homeless. And then after you hang out with us and you see what we do, I want you to tell me if you think we're devil worshipers and we're doing some weird, crazy Satan worship stuff. After you come see, then tell me if you think we're what everybody on the internet thinks. All this negative, dark, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. Real true Freemasons are the best men I have ever dealt with in my life. In my life. Better than any other man you could think of, any doctors, any politicians, I've worked with lawyers and judges before. I'm a web developer. I deal with every industry there is out there. I've worked specifically with judges, and I've had a judge specifically tell me specifically that there's corruption all through all the ranks of everything, but that's, not neither here nor there. Anyways, the best people are Masons. And these people are not going to be talking ill about Freemasonry. If you have a Mason who's talking ill about Freemasonry, ask him to see his dues card. Ask him when the last time he was at his lodge meeting. Ask him the last time he was consistent with his lodge meetings. Ask him if he was ever elected or appointed as a lodge officer. Because then you can start asking and digging these people and find out if they just got made a Master Mason and never came back to the lodge and have no understanding, or if they actually became a Master Mason and stayed consistent and stayed with it. Because that's what I did. I stayed with it. I didn't develop understanding about being a Master Mason until 2-3 years, and I'm still developing. And I will till I die, because it's a lifelong road, and that's what it's about. You don't just get some piece of information and go, oh, I got it. I don't need to learn anymore, because that's the arrogance that exists out there with everybody who doesn't want to be told anything by real true Freemasons, right? They got it. Oh, I got it. Nope, you can't tell me that. Nope, you can't tell me that. That's arrogance. That's ego and pride. Be humble. Even if you have something, you can still go, okay, well, tell me some more. You add on to what I have. You add on to my knowledge, my information that I have, my possess. Why? Because it's only going to benefit me. Why would I be against additional information and additional knowledge that's only going to benefit me? And if it's improper or wrong knowledge, I'm going to be aware of it. I'm going to know or figure it out probably sooner than later. And I'm going to get rid of that knowledge. I'm not going to act like it ever existed. So you see, this is the discernment we have to use with people and with life. You don't have to worry about, oh, this person lying. If they're lying, the truth comes out. The truth is, you can't hide from the truth. Can't hide. You can lie and guess what still exists after your lies being dead and torn apart? The truth. So I don't worry about this stuff. I just want to do my part in putting out the positive for Freemasonry, because there's so much negativity and it hurts my heart, because I love Freemasonry with all my heart and all my soul. I'm in my Blue Lodge. I'm a Holy Royal Archmason, the Red House. I'm a Royal and Select Master, York Rite Mason. I've done my 10 degrees. And by the way, there's no higher degree than a 3rd degree Master Mason. For all you people who think Masonry is a ranking system and a 32nd degree outranks, or a 33rd degree outranks a 3rd degree, there is no ranking. There is no ranking. A 3rd degree is a brother of a 32nd and a 33rd degree. There is no ranking system, but people want it to be ranking so that it can fit into their conspiracy theories about how, oh, you're not, about their Illuminati, or oh, you're not a high-ranking Mason. I'm not high-ranking. Okay, I've done my 10 degrees, all the degrees available on the York Rite, all the way up to Knights Templar. And I still tell you, there's no higher degree than a 3rd degree Master Mason. If you don't understand that, too bad. If you want to understand that, join a lodge and learn what it's learn. But you got to be humble. You can't go in with a full cup. You got to come in with an empty cup saying, I don't know anything. Please fill my cup up with knowledge and information so that I can know and learn stuff and grow. I don't want to know everything and come into something knowing everything and thinking I know it, because I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to get better. So you have to empty the cup so that you can be teachable. And we have to remain in that mentality. We have to remain teachable, and we have to remain humble so that we can continue growing all of our life. Man, I love Masonry so much. It's hot out here, boy. You see, it's 93 degrees. It was just raining like 2 days ago. We were in California on my way home. But I just wanted to build with you guys because it was real close to my heart. And my brother has sent me some videos of these brothers exposing the ritual and exposing and showing, oh, here's my credentials, I'm a 32nd degree, and then they're showing the ritual and they're showing the books of our stuff like that. Man, I hope they suffer the penalty, because that stuff is no joke to me. And you make a promise as a man on your honor, and you break that promise on your own free will and accord. You go ahead and you break your promise you made to other men as a man. Man, I don't know if you know what I mean? Why would I even want to deal with you or that type of person? Why would I even want to talk to you at all? You're not a good human in the first place. Maybe you fooled enough people to get into a lodge, but I can see in your actions where your heart is. So, you know what I mean? And that goes into clearing up that heart chakra. It's an alchemical marriage. Don't get me started on that. We got to clear up the heart, and we got to raise the mind and the intellect along at the same time with the heart. That is the true alchemical marriage and the alchemical ascension and that alchemical process. So, you know, but that's the deeper teachings and the deeper lessons. Everything in Freemasonry is not told flat out. But again, this is a school of thought. Nothing's supposed to be told to you flat out. Freemasonry is a system of morality veiled in allegory. Veiled means hidden. Veiled in allegory. So hidden in allegory, meaning symbolic stories or myth, not true stories, right? Veiled in allegory, illustrated by signs, symbols, right? So we learn through these signs and symbols morality, right? It teaches us. How does it teach us that? Because we, Freemasons, are the custodians of symbolism, right? We deal with symbolism. We talk about symbolism. We learn about symbolism. We deal with symbols. We make symbols. We keep symbols. We protect symbols. Everything we do is symbols and symbolic for something else. So we have to understand that it's, again, a mental training, why I call it a playground for the mind. if you're still at a very literal understanding of everything and you're taking everything very literally, that's the very bottom floor, the ground level floor. You're not even at the portico yet, man, of King Solomon's temple. You're way out in the field. You're not even on the first floor, ground floor level yet. Because you have to develop the ability to look at things more than purely literally. You cannot look at everything literally. And that's a problem with these people that try to explain Freemasonry and this and that. And they don't have the ability. They don't have the keys to King Solomon's temple. They don't have it. If you don't have the keys is the understanding. If you don't understand, you don't know. Knowing is the same as understanding. Knowledge is the same as understanding, and understanding is the same as knowledge. So you have all these people who have information, not knowledge. They're spreading information. That's why it's called misinformation, not misknowledge. You understand? Because people spread misinformation. Knowledge is to know. That means you know something. There's no question. You know it through and through. You're in the skin. You understand it. You feel me? So, these people who are telling you, Freemasons this and that, they have no understanding. And you don't want to deal with people who have no understanding. You want to deal with people who have understanding. Because you can ask them questions. And they can explain it to you in a different way. And in a way that is easily understandable. See, if a master is explaining something to you, he can explain something to a child, to a baby. And the baby's supposed to understand it. These people are trying to extend, well, Nimrod, and the reason why their cult was so bad was because of child sacrifice. That's your opinion. That's opinion. How do you know they were sacrificing children? Were you there? No, you weren't. You're reading this out of a book. So you have to learn discernment and have to learn what to take and what to not take when you're reading people, when you're studying people, and when you're dealing with knowledge. Even me. You have to learn what to disregard and what to keep. Keep only the best parts. Disregard everything else. Everything useless to you, disregard it. If it's from me, disregard it. I give you okay. We all family. I love you. That's how we do it. I do it with information I get from you and everybody else too. That's how we do it. So, I just wanted to touch a little bit. I'm almost home now. It's been like 20 minutes been talking. Yeesh. But that's how much energy and how heavy it was on my heart, because I love my craft. I love masonry, and I love the fact that it's not about being literal. And if you have a literal understanding and you're talking very literally, you will be spotted out. And you will be pointed out by real true Masons. And we will know that you are on the outer portico and you're not even on the ground floor level yet, because you don't have the understanding. And that's what this is all about. It's a mental training to develop your mind to notice things. When things happen in life, you notice it. Oh, that happened. I automatically know how to adjust or how to handle that. Why? Because through your training of years of practicing the awareness, you've become more aware. And so it helps you and assists you. That's the reason why we do it, is to rise up to the top. You will slowly see your life evolve and change, because the world is not taught this stuff. People are not taught how to think critically. The world's taught what to think. The world is indoctrinated from birth, right? And it's only a small population that teaches people how to think critically. And it's usually the enlightened minds, which is always a small population of the total populace. So we have to remember that. Well, it's the reason why it's 5%. Why is it 5%? That's the power. We're the ones with the wisdom and the understanding, right? The 2 and the 3. Wisdom and the understanding is 5. That's the 5%. That's the power. That's how we show our powers, through our wisdom, which are words, ways, and actions, and our understanding, which is to see things for what they really are and not what they present themselves to be. which is knowledge. I mean, understanding is the same as knowledge, right? So it ties together. Like I say, every time, everything is mathematics. Once you learn the mathematics, it's all laid out for you. You can see in the future, in the past. And this is why I love Masonry. I love these teachings. I love what we call the mysteries, is because it's so powerful. And it's only a small percentage of people that have the patience or the intrigue to even want to deal with it. So, yeah. So peace to my brothers, my sisters, Brother Robinson, Frater RR. If you have any questions on Freemasonry, look me up, Facebook, look me up on Instagram. I'm on all this social media sites, and I'm gonna be continuing these videos, and I'm gonna be building a brotherhood and a sisterhood eventually. I mean, I'm part of multiple Masonic and non-Masonic brotherhoods and sisterhoods of occult people and families and schools of thought. From Rosicrucians to the Golden Dawn to the OTO, AA to Freemasons to the 5%. Now, I deal with everything and study everything because that's just the type of mind I have. And I encourage everybody to study everything too, because it's only going to benefit you. So again, I want to say peace, love, and light. It's your boy, Frater RR. Universal Understanding, Allah, Bro Robinson, whatever you want to call me. But yep, just pulling up home. Hope y'all had a good video, good watch with me. You know, it's good, man. It's hot out here. I love y'all. I'm about to go and get in here and meditate for a little bit, cause I had a long day at work. But hope y'all having a good day. Love and light. And don't believe them lies about Freemasonry, man. There's too many out there. If you have real questions, please hit me up. Please call me. Please text me. Contact me any way you can. I'm at your service. I am here for the service of humanity. That's what my entire life is for. And that's what I choose to dedicate my life to, is to the service of humanity. That's what I was created for, and that's what I'm here for. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you would like to discuss anything, hit me up. I'm here. I'm your brother. Peace and love. Peace.